Yesterday, when I made the Golden Hour pick four, I kind of rambled because I thought this weekend would be the last weekend for the Golden Hour pick four. I assumed that the San Anita meet would end today on Memorial Day, but in fact, the San Anita meet will end on June 16, and Golden Gate Field's final racing day will be June 9. So there's actually, if not including today, there's two more weekends to bet the Golden Hour Pick Four. So I'm going to do something different. In my Golden Hour Pick Four, I always make videos saying these are my choices. And in the past, when I bet the Golden Hour Pick Four, I would actually make the picks maybe 15 minutes before the first leg, just to get a feel of the field. And yesterday, I budgeted $72 for the Golden Hour Pick Four. However, there was multiple changes, actually multiple scratches. So I ended up only playing $36 on the Golden Hour Pick Four, and I didn't hit. But I'm kind of glad that I didn't overbet in terms of trying picking horses that I think that I scratched off, and then they don't end up winning. So instead of losing $72, I only lost $36. Um, Yesterday on the Golden Hour Pick Four. So what I'm going to do is for the Golden Hour Pick Four analysis, I'm just going to give my insights, so that way I don't restrict myself. Because if I make the video and I change it, I'm really doing a disservice to those who are watching this video. So I'm just going to give an insight in terms of what I'm thinking about the Golden Hour Pick Four. So instead of like the past videos where I'm saying these are my final choices, these are just going to be my insights, because then about 15 minutes before the first leg, they could change. Um, so the Golden Hour Pick Four consists of four races. The last two races in at San Anita and last two at Golden Gate Field. And today, since it's the sort of Memorial Day, there's two big races in Santa Anita. And they end up being there. Those two big races are actually the first two legs of the Golden Hour Pick Four. Race 10, which is the Gold Cup, and then race 11, which is the Shoemaker Mile. So, that so these are what I'm thinking about in each race. Um, so initially, when I talked about scratches yesterday, I thought about putting Ashcroft in one of my Golden Hour pick in my first leg of the Golden Hour Pick Four, given the fact that he's won the last two races. But I found out this morning he was scratched. So my initial plan was to use three horses in the first leg. I might go with three, but more likely I'm leaning to two. One of the horses I'm thinking about putting is Judge Miller. And if you look at his pedigree, I underlined the Broodmare sire. One is Bernardini, who was the champion leading sire, Broodmare sire to 2022. So in addition to that, his last win, his last win was with Frankie Dettori. So, and he's riding him, and Frankie's riding this horse today. So that's why I plan to. I'm thinking about putting him in the first leg of the Golden Hour Pick Four. I mentioned about Ashcroft. I was planning to use Ashcroft actually one of my long shot bets, doing across the a board bet, which is a one place show. Um, I might be leaning towards Oviatt class to do that. Whereas Ashcroft, I was planning to do a $10 across the board, which is a $30, which should be a $30 bet. For Oviatt class, I might just do $5 across the board, which is $15. So actually, across the board bet is actually one of my favorite bets lately, and I'll go more into that later. But this, in terms of this pedigree, his sire is by Bernardini, and Bernardini, as a sire, it's like a hit or miss. He'll get some great horses, and he'll get some really inconsistent horses. So, and then I've noted that this several years ago, or a couple years ago, this horse was looked upon as a potential Derby trail, but didn't pan out. And so right now, as a 5-year-old, uh, he's trying to get back on track. I noted too that in terms of he's inbred at Seattle Slew. due to Bernardini and Tisnow because they have Siaslu in their pedigree. This horse also his first two starts actually are he has won one and he's placed. So at the moment he's 30-1. So I might consider him in my one of my pick. My first leg the pick four the golden hour pick four or the across the board or maybe both. Um, the one horse I'm really set on is for the golden hour pick four for the first leg is Mr. Fisk. Um, and the one reason is the sire Arrogate. Arrogate only had three cops due to his timely death. But those three crops, I mean, it's quality. Kentucky Oaks, uh, Preakness, and Belmont Stakes winners. And given the fact that this is the very last crop of Arrogate, actually I take that back. The second to last crop to Arrogate this horse. I'm looking to really use him on my golden hour pick four. So he's a definite. Other horses I thought about pick was Sub Subsanador from Argentina. He's a Grade One winner in Argentina, and in fact he came second in the Santa Anita Handicap. So he's very enticing, given his form. So sometimes you have like horses who are from South America, Grade One winners who come to the U.S. and they don't do well. Well, this horse has done pretty well. He hasn't won, but he's gotten fourth, and he got second in the Santa Anita Handicap. So this is one of the opportunity. This is one horse I'm thinking about playing. The other horses I'm thinking about maybe, and this is really maybe, is Misto on the first leg. He finished third in the California, and if you look at the California, there's actually that race. There's two other horses. One is Mr. Frisk and Judge Miller. So this horse finished third to both of them. So in terms of that race form, he's something to consider. The third leg of the Golden Hour Pick Four is the Grade One Shoemaker Mile, and this is a mile grass race. Um, and one of the horses at the moment, it was a very late edition. I'm thinking about is Ward C number one. Maybe it's because it's Memorial Day. And for someone, I want to say thank you for those veterans and fallen soldiers who served this country. Uh, so so, in terms of the angle, Ward C, he's by Warfront, and Warfront tends to sire brilliant milers in Europe. So this is a mile race, and the form is not great. That's the one thing about this horse. He's done pretty well in terms of Sania turf, but this year he's ran three times and finished second twice. But the last time he's won was and so it was at Golden Gate Field. It looks like was it? It was yeah, it was the Golden Gate Fields handicap of November. So that's the last win, and he's faced stiffer competitions. So I mean, this is a very long shot play. I'm not that I thought about, but maybe it's because of the pedigree and the odds. Um, the one horse I am planning to play on is De Jour. And within the with the first leg, this broodmare sire is Bernardini, and if you look at the form right here, he's done very well. Actually, and the same jockey he has, Pratt, and so those two wins he's had is with the same jockey, and given the fact that on the top that he looks Dynaformer actually the grandsire has done well with turf racing. Um, and his form, he's actually a definite play in my third leg of the Golden Hour pick four, and maybe a potential, exotics in this race. The one horse that's puzzling to me is there goes Harvard. 2 years ago, he was a Grade One winner in the Gold Cup. And then if you look at his last three races, it's been very odd. Okay, so he did the San Diego handicap. He tried turf race, and then he did the Anita handicap. And I'm kind of shocked. Maybe the trainer too is shocked. I'm not sure what kind of horse he is, but if he was in the Gold Cup, I'm putting him money on the Gold Cup. I thought this morning about maybe putting him money there, but I think it's more of an emotional thing. It just if he was in the Gold Cup instead of the Shoemaker, I'd put money on him as my long shot. But as somebody as a pedigree who's not known for as a turf performer, and in addition that his form, I'm gonna be disciplined and leave him off my list. The one horse this is my dead set is Air Force Red. Yesterday when I made the Golden Hour pick four, I had him in one of my legs and he was scratched. So I was kind of bummed out. Would he have won if he wasn't scratched? I don't know. But he's actually now in the Shoemaker Mile. I saw this horse race at Golden Gate Fields in the San Francisco Mile. I did post a video of my analysis of that race, and then what I did was I put him in my Superfecta box, and I actually put Air Force Red across the board. He ended up finishing second. So when I got the Superfecta box, I was elated because it's a really rare bet to make, and it was only a 10-cent Superfecta. So the box came down to $2.40. So I won $170. But it was just a thrill of me trying to get the Superfecta box. But he finished ahead of Balnikov, and then Balnikov was the horse who actually finished first in the dinner party stakes, running the same day as the Preakness. I mentioned on a Preakness video that I put across the board bet on Balnikov on the dinner party, and he won. So I was extremely elated when he won, and given the form that Air Force Red beat Balnikov, I'm going to put him definitely across the board on this one. This is more definite for across the board. I might be considering, since this is Memorial Day, maybe do an exacta box with the number 6, Air Force Red, and the number 1, War at Sea. But this is my This is actually my across the board bet, and my long shot bet of the day. The other horse I'm really considering is Johannes. And I underline is toss out the dirt races, but and he's undefeated at Sanity at Turf. So yeah, he's a definite play for me on this race for the third leg for the Golden Hour pick 4 in the Shoemaker Mile. One horse I might be considering is Easter. So I noted 5 of the last 6 starts he's finished first or second. The concern I have him is he's on the outside. He did finish with a very high speed figures in a Grade 1 race, and actually he ran second to Du Jour, which is the horse I'm definitely playing. But given the fact he's really outside, this is 1 mile race, I'm not sure if he could pull it off, but actually finish first. But he's a horse to consider. The second leg of the Golden Hour pick 4 is race 7 at Golden Gate Fields. And yesterday, I was at Golden Gate Fields, and while I was there, I was trying to handicap for the Golden Hour pick 4 for Memorial Day. And the 2 races at Golden Gate Fields just gave me problems to really handicap. So that's why part of this video is really just to see what my insights are, because I don't have a definite choice on this race. These 2 races for the Golden Hour pick 4. With that being said, I'll probably be very conservative when picking these horses in these last 2 legs, because I'm really not sure. I don't want to overbet. So one horse I'm thinking about is number 1, After My Own Heart. I underlined the damned Linda Liu because I read on the form that she actually won 4 times in grass. This is actually a grass race. So when it comes to a grass race, I always look at pedigree. Either from the most likely from the sire side, or if there's anything from the dam side. And since this dam has won 4 times on grass, it's a horse I'm considering playing in the third leg of the Golden Hour pick 4. The other 2 were sort of very puzzling, Juliet's Kitchen and Guide My Steps, because they're both by Grayson. Grayson is known to be a dirt horse, a miler who produces milers on dirt horses. But I read in terms of in the daily racing form that one of the handicappers picked guided my steps as one of his first three horses to finish third, to finish one, two, three in this race is because Grayson actually does well with turf runners. But it's kind of puzzling because it's like you have both horses here who are by Grayson. Um, and I noted right here that actually Juliet's Kitchen is she ran second at turf race at Santa Rosa. So and she finished second. It was a low by speed figures, but it's kind of hard to gauge in terms of these two horses. In the form, two handicappers picked Guide My Steps and to finish in the top three. So maybe if out of the two, I'm probably gonna put. I'm thinking about more leaning towards Juliet's Kitchen because she has run on turf, uh, and she finished second. Another horse I'm considering is the number nine is Smile by Profile. The Grandsire I remember is that Tiger was a Grade One winner. Um, so and dirt and turf in a Breeders' Cup. So that's why I'm considering playing because of the Grandsire. The one I'm really definite is GJ Tree because the form ran even though they ran once at Golden Gate Field is undefeated. So that's why I am putting this. He's my definite choice in this. She's my definite choice in this third leg of the Golden Hour Pick Four. The last leg of the Golden Hour Pick Four is race 8 in Golden Gate Fields, and this was, as I mentioned with other Golden Gate Fields, this was very puzzling. Um, so Blue Silver, for some reason, is like there's two handicappers who have this horse to finish in the top three. Long shot, 12-1. But I've noticed he's only finished three in the Golden Gate Fields. So I'm not sure why the handicappers. They're professional. I'm not, but two of them picked them in the top three. One I'm leaning towards is My Bucket List, and this is a dirt race, and so 5.5 furlongs. Sky Mesa was a Grade One winner, I believe, as a 2-year-old, so has some brilliant speed. That's why I'm kind of considering. My definite is number 4 is Reserve Proof, and I look at the form in the turf. Um, and breeder is from Victory Rose, which is in Northern California. Thoroughbred Farm and Idiot Proof is known to sire sprinters. If there was a long shot, I won't say a long shot. If there is one long shot I might be considering, instead of Blue Silver, it might be Eddie Crosswire. And I noted that reason is half the starts is finished in the money. So this horse is 6-1, and that's why I'm thinking about if there was one, kind of a long shot, I would pick him. Pick this horse as potentially in the last leg. One of the horses that's getting consideration is number 5, Almanera, because of one reason is 4 starts. Actually 7 starts. 4 of them have been in the money in Golden Gate Fields, but this last run in August. So unless you're a super horse, uh, if you're a super horse and you had a long layoff, uh, then you could probably overcome this. But I'm not sure. So I'm not sure about it. So those are my insights on those Golden Hour Pick Four, and as on Memorial Day, and I did pick about there's 4 horses in each race. I don't know what I'm planning to do, but these are just my insights because I think what I'm going to do right now is like when I go to Golden Gate Fields, 15 minutes before the first leg, that's when I'm going to make my choice. But I want you to listen what my insights were. So these are not, so I'm not beholden, like saying, okay, this is definite. Just these are just insights. So as the saying goes, I'll end this video. When it comes to horse racing, one thing to do is if you want to win big, yeah, you don't want to overbet. Some of the best bets is if you bet small, and then a couple long shots come in to get a big pot, and whether if it's your pick 3, pick 4, or your exotic bets. But I will end it with my favorite saying when it comes to horse racing bets: you bet small to win big.